Okay, what are you laughing at? Are you waiting for me to say hello? Hello, hello. How is everyone doing this evening? Patrice, what are you giggling at?
It just took forever for it to start, and we're just like there in this weird
Yes,
position.
that's kind of like when it's ending. Sometimes it's like, hello, let's go. And it does that. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Welcome. Okay, so we're each going to do tumblers. What are you going to put on yours? What kind of designs?
I'm looking in Creative Fabrica because I didn't.
Oh, okay.
And I chose to go hang out with my friends a little bit before I came home.
You should have. That was a good thing. Okay, well, I'm going to do two different ones, and they both are seasonal. One of them, and it's going to look backwards because it is backwards. I don't even know what it says. Okay, pumpkin spice and everything nice. And since it is sublimation, of course, it's going to brighten up as we press it. But there's one of them I'm going to do. And I would call this a very, very forgiving design because it has a lot of white around the bottom and the top. Then the other one that I'm going to do was called alcohol ink something. So you're going to see, like if it were made as a painting or a drawing or whatever, you're going to see the little cells and all that. But anyway, that's the second one that I'm going to do. And I'm going to use the Go to Craft tumbler press as well. And I have tumblers by, let's see, I think I have Hippo tumblers right now. I have Go to Craft tumblers. So I'm going to stay with Go to Craft. And I just can't hold it in anymore. Toward the end of the video, we are going to do a giveaway of a Go to Craft tumbler press. So
we're not there. You didn't want to say it.
I couldn't help myself.
Marilyn.
I couldn't help myself, Patrice.
I know you're just so excited and you can't wait.
I am. I think I got the email Monday or Tuesday, and ever since then I've been so excited. So anyway, I do too. And
it's okay. You couldn't.
I just couldn't help myself. Sometimes a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do, and that's what I did. And I'll say it a couple more times before we get there. But if I get to bling, if we get to bling, I cut out Delanda's. Kind of hard to see there up against my shirt. You can see her butterfly template, and I have not taken out. I haven't checked the other side. Now, the holes in the first piece didn't come out super well, so I had to put it down on my table and get them out. Let's hope this one did a little better. It did better. And see, my weeding box didn't come out. So I must not have my blade quite right. There we go. I have to punch it out. And typically, I don't have to punch it out like that.
You're absolutely correct. So we know who not to tell the important secret to. You are so right. We all know.
Who said that? What, Tanya?
Now we all know, Tanya, who not to tell the important secret to, right? So I don't even have to even say it ever again because everybody else will remember. And one more thing, Shanti Shanae said that, first of all, girl, do not hate your name. That is your name. That's you. But she wants us to call her Lachey. I have a student named Lachey.
Wait, I gotta see that. Okay. I wonder how far up it is. There she is.
She wants us to call her.
Oh, I love that name.
She wants us to call her Lachey.
But Lachey is beautiful too. And my tongue will roll it better because I'm not very good at all words. I'm not good at words.
Yes, you are. You helped me out last night when I couldn't even think of the word I wanted to say.
Oh. Okay,
so sweet.
Lachey. I love that name. Chantichene. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's beautiful.
Yep.
But that's like having a last name or first name, either one that's really hard to spell. And you're not that I do. I have an easy name to spell. But some people that have a hard name to spell, I think they automatically say whatever the name is, Ginger, Ginger, because they know that whatever the hard name to spell is, nobody's ever going to spell it right. So they just automatically say it afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. So that one came out much better than my first layer did. So if we get to that, I'm going to make a breast cancer awareness shirt for my sister. She is a breast cancer survivor of 6 years, something like that. I don't know, a long time. And I have a black shirt to put it on if we get to that. If we don't get to it, maybe I'll come on this weekend sometime or something.
Uh-huh. I think that's a great idea, Marilyn. Great idea.
Okay, have you found a design? At least one design yet?
So I found a design that's kind of like a bundle type of design or a bundle, and then I also have this Christmas cakes one that's like that puff 3D looking design with like the little Debbie Christmas snack cakes.
Mm-hmm.
So if I make that, I'll probably give it to one of the kids.
Okay, what's funny about you talking about Little Debbie snack cakes? Let's see what Shamika said. We're supposed to save the surprise for We Ride or Die to stay all night with you. Yeah. Should have done that. I probably should have done that. So I was watching the Pat Patch crew. They were making candy bar patches.
Oh, cute.
It's their fault that I ate a Little Debbie for supper tonight. Or dinner. Well, Delon's going to make fun of me if I use the word supper. It's their fault that I ate.
It's their fault
for dinner tonight.
Did they actually come and be like, Marilyn, open that box of Little Debbie cakes and shove it in your mouth?
They might have well of. Because I see their chocolate staring at me. I see that. It was one of those little nutty bars, little chocolate and peanut butter nutty bars. I saw it staring at me, and I just felt like to support their channels, because it was her, Miss Becky, and Laura. I had to participate in eating chocolate. So that's what I did. I had some really healthy.
If that makes you feel better, Marilyn, then I'm all for it, girlfriend. I'm all for it.
It does make me feel better.
Yeah, and that's all that matters is that you feel better about it.
Geneva, that hat patch is actually heat activated. So it has kind of like a heat and bond on the back. And if I can find the heat that you should use, I will email that to you. Okay. But if I don't, I would start with a lower heat. Like, Patrice, what do you think? A hat patch that's thin faux leather. I hate to use the word faux leather because faux leather you get from Amazon is like, plasticky. It's more like a leatherette.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know. I would probably start fairly low.
I would start low because some faux leather melts when you press it too long. The temperature is too high. So I would start low.
Yeah. And these they already have the adhesive on them. So and they don't feel like that plasticky stuff. So I still would start low.
Well, you know what I might do? I might like press it from the back. So once I have it tacked into place where it's gonna go, maybe just like a light press on the front and then flip it over and press it.
That's a good idea. I have one of those over here. I should just maybe tonight put on some. I mean, I have a bunch of them. I could put it on just a sample piece of fabric and see what it takes. And I have a new baby back here.
Look at her, baby.
Baby, it's HTV Ront, and I haven't used it yet, but I will use it sometime in the near future. I did measure it, and I think there's about a 1/2 inch more clearance space. But the thing I liked about it was when I pulled out the drawer, look, I can put my hand.
They made some adjustments.
They made some adjustments. It's probably a 1/2 inch in front of the press, and it's adjustable. It has adjustable pressures. So I don't know. I need to try Angel Bee's puff stuff and see how that goes. I'm not a big puff person, but I feel like if it'll do puff, it'll do anything.
Yeah, it should be fine. You have, oh, look at you. You and Miss Linda Gray. Y'all are hot.
I just saw that. Yes, Linda. Yes. That's right.
Going on.
Eat chocolate. So I was at work one day. We have this student teacher. So, he's a 22-year-old young man. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to him. He helped the cross country team. He was a coach with them, and my son was in cross country. So my son just loved this guy. But I was talking to him about eating a snack of Nutella and bananas. And he was like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And he talked about the origins of Nutella, that it was made for children in a country where they weren't thriving. They needed to gain weight. Mm-hmm. And so they gave them Nutella.
Oh, really?
I was like, oh, thank you for telling me I'm eating one of the most fattening snacks I possibly could when I was feeling pretty good about myself.
Still feel good about yourself, man. Oh, I have a whole jar of Nutella in my fridge. I also have a whole jar of Biscoff spread. Remember those cookies you were talking about?
Yes.
A jar of the Biscoff spread in my refrigerator inside of my classroom with a little bit of strawberry jam.
I saw that Biscoff spread, but like, what's it taste like? What's it made out of?
That cookie stuff.
Oh, really?
It's the
same flavor as the cookie?
It's so good. It's so good. My kids are always like, Miss Wilson, I'll pay you for it. I'm like, heck no.
Oh, I have peanut butter in my cabinet at work, and there was a girl, she graduated a few years ago, but if I'd open my cabinet, she'd see it. She saw it multiple times. She's like, can I just please have a spoonful of that? Yes, you can have a spoonful. Sandra, it's HTV Ront. So it's basically an updated version of this one, but it has adjustable pressure and it rolls out a lot further. Okay, let's see. She says Nutella is not supposed to be kept in the fridge unless you have a different kind than I do.
I have the regular Nutella and it's in the fridge. I'm not leaving it out inside of the cabinet in my classroom because I don't know what be crawling around, what's inside of stuff. Like, I'm serious. Schools are disgusting.
They are. And during COVID, they would come around and spray every night. So you sure didn't want to leave out anything then. Years ago, I saw little critters in my office, and I keep a toothbrush at work. I started storing my toothbrush in the refrigerator.
Everything's in the refrigerator. My bread is in the refrigerator, like literally. And they're lucky I don't put my paper towels inside of the refrigerator. Like, it's so nasty at schools.
Oh, Gail's asking for more. Gail, I should send you some. I have a ton of them. Teresa says, I keep peanut butter at work too. It's a good pick-me-up. Hey, Reba. Hi, Latricia.
And it's a quick snack. It's like so quick, like especially when I'm not really hungry, but when I forget my breakfast in the morning, I pull that out. I have my bread with my spread on it.
Hey, Shay Shay. Okay, Tina, do you pronounce it Tina? Tina or Tina?
Ooh.
Gail says, I'm going to send you my address. Okay, so the first, I'm really crafting slow. The first one that I'm going to do, Lord knows, I've lost my print. There it is. The first one I want to do is the easy one, the more forgiving one.
I guess I need to turn this on.
Okay, so you said a Christmas design.
Yeah.
And the Christmas design is the one with the little dip.
Yeah, with the Christmas tree cakes.
Oh, that's what. Yes.
Are those even little Debbie?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I buy those snacks, but I buy a lot of like those types of snacks in my class because my kids are greedy and they're always hungry. So I have a lot of those. So I'm gonna give it away to one of the kids. They can
yeah. Nice. You can stuff it with a snack.
Yeah, I can.
Hey, Julie. Okay, I think Coretta's on here. Hey, Shamika.
Coretta.
Okay.
Good idea.
Tenna. It's Tenna.
Tenna.
Welcome.
Oh, she said she's new to crafting and she's looking into getting a cutting machine. What do you recommend, Marilyn?
Ooh. Was that Tenna that asked that?
Uh-huh.
Somebody said hi to Coretta. I haven't seen her yet, but hi, Coretta. It was so good to see you online last night. Correct. She looks so beautiful. So beautiful.
Her smile did not change.
Yes.
I love that.
And I loved her hair short like that. They look great with that face. You don't need, but I know she said that's a trigger for her, that she wants, I think, to grow her hair out when it's cooler out.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that, but she was just stunning without long hair. No, it's not going to be a glow in the dark tumbler. I don't have any of those. Okay, so as far as, wait, Patrice, on your sunflower love design, what color green did you use for the rhinestones? Did you use green flame?
And which one?
I think this one.
Oh, girl, that was a lot, Marilyn.
Isn't that pretty?
That is gorgeous.
I want to do like 5 of them. I'm not kidding. I think this could be one of my top favorite designs. I love this.
Marilyn, really?
Yeah, I should have worn it tonight. It was up here and I was downstairs getting ready.
She just loves me a lot, y'all.
Anyway, okay. So did you use green flame in yours?
No.
No? Do you remember what green you used?
I'll have to look at the shirt.
Okay.
I may have used olivine for one. I'm just thinking of a green that I think I might have used olivine, maybe. It might have been olivine for both. But I didn't use green flame. I didn't use green flame in it.
Somebody has used green flame lately in something.
I used green flame not long ago. I used it in Delanda's butterfly design.
Oh, okay. Monique says you used olivine.
Olivine. Monique, girl.
Hey, Diane. I know. Isn't that nice to have? I'll bet Gail knew too. Because Gail keeps track of that too. Mm-hmm. She has made the shirt many times. Yes, that's true. When you and Delon and Eve were on, you made maybe a couple of them.
Yeah.
I think Eve might have made 3 or so. I don't know if they were tote bag shirts, but she made several. Okay, so getting back to Tenna's question. Now if you're starting new with it, what would I recommend? I still love my Cricut Maker. I really love my Cricut Maker. For flock, I use the Caesar Romeo. I think if I were getting a Caesar now, I would probably get the Juliet's the Romeo. Because I don't need as big as the Romeo. So, but I know a lot of people love their silhouettes. Hey, Tamika. Honestly, I think those 3 brands are excellent brands. And some of them are at very different price points. And then Patrice, you have extra cutters on top of that.
Yeah. So what do I have? All the Cricut cutters. The Maker, Explorer, Maker 3, Explorer 3, Cricut Joy, Cricut
Venture.
Pencil. I don't have the Cricut Joy Extra. I just didn't see, or I didn't have the desire for it. And then I also have the Caesar Romeo. I have a vinyl cutter, like a Vavor vinyl cutter. I have that lock leaf that honestly I'm trying to see what I'm gonna do with it. Like not work with it, but see where it's gonna go. And there's another. Oh, and I have my StarCraft. So
yes.
what I would ask is like, what are you gonna be crafting? Like, what do you want to make? Like, why are you gonna build the machine? So that way you can kind of have an idea of what you want to use it for. Like if you're thinking of like Cricut and cutting wood with it, because when I got the original Maker, I was thinking of like, oh my goodness, this is a wood cutter because that's kind of what they were advertising. Not that it was for wood cutting, but that was one of the things that it could cut. And then when I got it, I was fairly disappointed in just the whole cutting process of the Cricut, and you can really just only cut very thin pieces of wood, and then it takes a long time to actually cut it.
16 passes or something like that.
Yeah. So what would you be getting it for? Because a lot of things, like there's so many different things going on in the crafting world, even as far as like not really having to use any type of vinyl, because you can get DTF prints, you can get UV DTF prints that pretty much do the same thing that these cutters do, and you would end up spending less time. So just, I don't know, what is it that you would do? Marilyn mentioned like she still loves her Cricut. I started with the Cricut too, and I still love my Cricut, but I'm just a little like, I'm super loyal to something that like literally changed my life. So I love Cricut because I wouldn't be probably in this space without Cricut. That's how I started doing my videos, was using my Cricut. Cricut came at a time when my Cricut came at a time when I really needed something to take my mind off of life. And so I love it, and I love it for that. But what I also like about the Cricut is that it was super duper easy to use.
Mm-hmm.
It was super duper easy to use. What I will tell you, not to get any Cricut vinyl. Look out there for vinyl and HTV. Cricut has a lot of vinyl that they sell. You go on Michael's, you'll see tons of it. But I would say steer away from the Cricut vinyl. There are really good vinyl brands out there. I love Caesar vinyl products. There are some on Amazon that I found that I really liked too. So it's just a matter of testing it out. But yeah.
I like the Cricut Maker because it did cut a lot of things. Now the wood didn't work for me either, but I could cut leather, even not just faux leather. I could cut leather on it, and that's really why I got it, because I'd had a Cameo 2. And then I was crafting with a friend of mine on a little craft vacation, and they had the Cricut Maker and they were cutting leather. It's like, oh, I need that. And so that's why I got the Maker.
That's why.
And I think I would love the Romeo more if I took the time to learn it better. I need to be paying more attention on Romeo Wednesday.
I love the Romeo. So like with Caesar cutters, you have the Romeo, you have the Juliet. The Romeo is that cutter back there. It can cut like, it's like a 24-inch cutter. And then they have the smaller version, which is like a 13-inch cutter, which is the Juliet. And both do the same exact thing, except this cuts a little bit wider. Coretta, hey girl. Wait, let me stop. Both do the same.
But mine won't do anything. I get none of that effect. So.
Oh, sorry, Meryl.
I gotta do this.
That's okay, better.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. So, but you can do like, so Marilyn mentioned Romeo Wednesday. So Delonda on Wednesdays, I'd say that she needs to name it Lovebird Wednesday, since now she has
saw that suggestion. I love that name.
So Delonda, Crafting with Delonda, she has a YouTube channel if you don't know.
Well,
wet
that
glaze.
might bring in some strange people. I mean, that might bring in some people that are going to say some strange things.
That's true. But so, like, she showcases the Caesar cutters. She started doing the Romeo, and now she has a Juliet that she showed last night, and she unboxed it on live last night. So you can see how to use that. We all use Cricut. We use so many different cutters. Marilyn has tons of videos on her channel, but Tenna said that she's looking to do, she wants to make some t-shirts. She's done DTF before, and she wants to do some t-shirts.
Out of like HTV, which the thing about that is any of these cutters will do that. It's just a matter of, I think, do you feel like if you get a cutter that won't do beyond heat transfer vinyl and you're ready to grow in other materials, what would those be? And so I have not really tried Romeo with thick things like leather. I should.
I put faux leather with it. I put faux leather with it. It cuts
Faux leather.
Faux leather, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did cut it pretty good. So
Let's see. Romeo Wednesday should be named Crafting and Verona or Verona Wednesdays. Okay, so with this design, oops, I didn't get that very tight. There was white at the top and the bottom, and so really I don't even need to do a lot of tape around the top or the bottom. But because you know how I am, I will do some, but I'm not going to do the amount that I would typically do on a tumbler that has a lot of detail at the top or the bottom.
mm-hmm.
And then I have this on just a little homemade tumbler holder. It was one of the skinny pool noodles that I think I got for 97 cents and a little bit of PVC parts. I never did use PVC glue to glue mine together. So once in a while it'll spread out and come apart and you just put it right back together. But I find it to be handy sometimes. Let's see. Kristen came in. Hey, Kristen. Hi, Sylvia. All right. So I will put one piece of tape around the top. I don't need all that tape. Let's see. Carol DeLong said, started with Brother Scan and Cut, adjust manually blade for materials, got old, then to Cricut, made crafting easier, but outgrew them, got Cameo 3, sold the Maker Explorer Air 2, and still have a Joy Extra, I think she said. That is one thing about the Cricut is it is a set blade depth. I mean, you just put that thing in there and it goes where it's supposed to go. Hey, Angel B. I'm on sale. And I do like that because not all machines are that way. Some machines you have to use your judgment on how far out the blade comes.
A little bit.
Angel B, your design tonight was very, very nice.
Wow.
Hey, Nicole. Precious pieces. Oh, you know what's funny? I never thought about this till now. You know how she gives you a hard time for liking gnomes?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you call her Nomi?
Because she gives me a hard time. No, she likes gnomes too.
You think?
Yep. Marilyn, yes, she does, Marilyn.
Nicole, tell us. You're welcome. Hey, 755.
Hey, 755.
Oh, all right. Guess I should get my press over here and warm it up.
Why did it not? I must have scaled it wrong or so.
I also like to use this little thing here to measure around the tumblers. I saw several on Amazon. I liked this one because it went down to the 16th of an inch, and some of them You know, inches are not, there's not tenths of inches. That's the metric system, but some of them divided down to the 10th of an inch, and that didn't make sense to me. So I found one that went to the 16th of an inch, and that made more sense to my brain.
Makes more sense to me too.
Yes. Hey, Lolita. Okay, Precious Pieces. She says, no, Nomi, no.
We both like them together. You're like my bestie.
Oh. She said, no for me.
We're practically gnome besties. So I don't even know what you're talking about. My print printed out smaller than what it should have. And I don't have it scaled. Let's see.
When you heat up your tumbler press, do you put a tumbler inside of it?
Yeah, they tell you should, but
I know they do. I never used to. I don't understand how that helps, honestly. But because they say to, and people in my comments said, why aren't you following instructions? I decided that was a valid point. That I should follow instructions.
Yes.
So now I do. But I just use the same one over and over and over. And it is marked up and not good looking. So let me see. Let me add. Okay. I need a big table.
Not printing my thing out right.
All right. I really hate the color that this camera shows. It makes it look gray. It's not gray. It really is purple. And I'm too short to see. So I'm going to press the start button. Am I plugged in? Oh, that's not what I want to press. I want to press the power button. Power button's on the back. And then there we go. I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you before you sneeze.
Oh, I feel like I need to sneeze. Okay, so on the top, you have a button for stainless tumblers, and that's what I'm going to use tonight. If I press it with my flock dot, it's going to heat up to 365, and it's going to press the tumbler for 50 seconds. Then it'll rotate about halfway. It'll close back up and do another 50 seconds. There's a glass can, 350 for 180 seconds. There's a custom, set it to whatever you want. If you find that you have something that uses different settings, maybe some of your brands of tumblers use different settings, but I've just used the stainless tumbler. It's worked great. And then there's ceramic mug. That is the one setting that doesn't rotate because you have your handle on your ceramic. I use a stainless tumbler. It's done a great job. So I'm just going to let that heat up to 350. I'm going to go ahead and put my tumbler in there. I guess I better get some gloves. And then I am going to get some butcher paper. I'm using HTV sublimation paper, which I love. I love it. And yes, it's inexpensive. I have a lot of sublimation paper. And when I run out, instead of using some of it that I got for free, I buy HTV sublimation paper. I really do like it. And actually, I'll just use some. Okay, so let's set that aside. I'm going to go ahead and just wrap some printer paper around this. I have not had the HTV paper bleed through the back. Some papers will bleed through the back.
Yeah.
So you just want to make sure if you're not using paper around your tumbler, you want to know that you're using a paper that does not bleed through. I don't risk it. I just put a piece of paper around it, typically. Sometimes I don't because I know it's not going to, but typically in videos I do.
Yeah.
So this is just my paper that's going to protect the pad that's in there. So it doesn't need to be super tight. Now, one of the first times I used the paper around it in this press, the paper may actually kind of bunch up and look like it's coming out of the press a little bit, just a little fold of it. Kind of worried me, but it does fine. Okay. We are getting close to being up to temperature. Hi, Lena Doyle.
Let me see my Doyle crafting.
Hey, Marlies. Let's see. She says she's going to get a Juliet, especially since they have the new Rhinestone. Patrice, have you played with yours yet?
Yeah. I'm going to do tomorrow night. Actually, I'm going to
okay.
Live.
Good.
But, yeah, I've played around with it for the past, maybe like for
Good. Yeah, I was going to tell you earlier, and then we went on that if you wanted to show it all tonight, you're welcome to. But if you're going to do it tomorrow night, great.
Yeah, if you want, I can pull it up and show it.
Yeah, it's up to you. I bet people would love to see it.
Of course, Mary Bear.
So I have not, Marilyn, but Patrice has. So she's going to show us maybe a little sample of that tonight. And then tomorrow night, are you going to design something like from start to finish in it tomorrow night?
I'm going to design something in it from start to finish.
I have designs.
We shall see.
Oh, did Billy ask for me to talk about the taping? So, Billy, on my pre-recorded videos, I go into a lot of detail about the taping, and I do a lot of taping, a lot more tape. Look at this. Vera says, Marilyn respects the tape.
He does. Oh, my goodness, Mary Bear.
I think the lining works on similar press if you don't. Okay.
Literally.
What's going on?
Nothing. I don't know why when I print out on the brother, it's not printing out the size that I'm making it. Like it's so I don't know why that's happening.
Oh, Tracy's playing with the software right now.
Nice, Tracy.
Okay, so we are up to temperature. Go ahead and get that tumbler out. Now, the first time that I used one of these, I don't remember if it was this brand or a different brand, but one of them that's upright and it's auto. I just kind of dropped my tumbler down in there, and then I realized I should not do that. That's really not nice on the tumbler press. So now I don't do that. Okay, where's my tape? There's my tape. I'm going to have my tape to the side. That's just how I like to do it. And then I'm going to press start. Okay, so you might be able to see how the paper looks ripply there? That is just the lining paper. But the first time it did that and it kind of bulged out, kind of freaked me out, but everything was fine. So that's going to go for the 50 seconds. It's going to open. It's going to rotate about halfway around. I've never honestly paid attention to how far it rotates. And then it'll close up and it'll heat it again. Hey, Michelle. Oh, Michelle is playing with her new Racoma EM1010.
Nice.
Super exciting. Let's see. Latricia's asking if you know if the Brother Sublimation printer prints the 3.5 by 9 and the 4 by 9 sheets. Aww.
No, Latricia, I haven't tried to print those sizes, but like I've only printed the 8.5 by 11 and 8.5 by 14. So it might. I can try. I can see if I can set it up and it'll print.
Thanks, Retired Crafter 23. That's so sweet.
I don't think so, though.
All right, let me find another tumbler, get it ready. Now, one thing I didn't do, yes, I did. I sprayed and I cleaned it with alcohol. For some reason, I was thinking I didn't.
Oh, yeah, let me clean it with alcohol. I forgot. While I'm printing out my print. That's just life.
And a lot of people don't. They don't clean them with alcohol, and their tumblers come out fine. But I like to. I just make sure that you don't get any of the alcohol on your design. So don't have your design nearby. And then if you have overspray on your table, make sure you dry that up.
I just use these alcohol wipes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I overbuy alcohol wipes. I do.
All right, let's take it out, set it aside, let that cool down for just a few minutes. And now I realize my press is in the way. And notice I can grab it. It's not hot. Let me feel below it. Yeah, below it is a tiny bit warm, but it's not hot. And it's hefty. I mean, I would not say it's heavy, but it's definitely substantial. Yeah, Michelle. It is a big press.
But you remember the older tumbler press? Like it had like the 20,000 attachments?
Yes.
That thing is so huge and it's just so many different parts to it. And I'm like, girl, you're never gonna be doing shot glasses. Why did you do that?
My first heat press that I got was off of Amazon. It was an inexpensive one that I'm sure came over from China. I know it came over from China. And it had like plate presses and mug press. It had about 5 different attachments. It had a hat press attachment. And I used them a few times. I was like, I don't want to switch these things out.
Yeah.
Do not want to switch them out.
That's how I feel.
Okay, so I do have a lot of videos on this, so I'm not going to bore you with tons of details because you can go watch those. But I like to turn my tumbler over so that the top is flat on my table, then turn my design over, and then that's how I like to start. Now this is a dark design. This will not be a very forgiving design, other than it does have a lot of splotches on it, which I guess could make it forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And so on this one, I'll do my typical tape job. Hey, SDM Randall. She was talking. Oh, okay. So SDM Randall's asking about the vinyl you talked about earlier you didn't care for, and what was it about it? Did it not weed well?
Cricut?
Yeah.
Cricut vinyl? I just don't like it. I don't think it's a lot wrong with Cricut vinyl, I think. But you can try it out and see if you may like it. There's people who like it. I don't think it lasts long. I think it's just a lot. I haven't had a good experience with Cricut vinyl much. So like some other vinyl that I've used, like Caesar vinyl, I feel like it does last longer. Like when I wash things and stuff, sometimes when I'm doing HTV and I've used Cricut because I started with Cricut, I wanted to buy everything Cricut.
That's
so I just didn't. No.
Yeah. I feel like, if I'm recalling correctly, because I started using the Cricut vinyl too, that maybe it was a little thicker.
It was thicker
than Caesar vinyl. I love Caesar vinyl. I love their glitter vinyl. I love their easy stretch or whatever it's called. I have not been disappointed with Caesar vinyls.
Neither have I.
Aw. So, Linda, you must have replaced it with a different press if you gave it away, and that is really sweet. Sweet of you to let somebody else enjoy it instead of having it sit.
Yeah.
So, Sylvia's asking, is there a standard size to cut your sublimation paper? No, there really isn't. Oh, this is my last of this tape, which is my favorite tape. But I have a backup tape. So it's going to be close to between 8 inches and 8.2 inches. And it's going to be somewhere between typically like a 9.2 to 9.5 wide. But different tumbler brands have different dimensions.
Yeah.
And so that is a question that is often asked. And it really depends on your brand. And the brands, usually the brands are not manufacturing their own tumblers. So if they change distributors, it might even be different from what one of their old ones was. So you do have to measure.
Yes. I measure every single time, like no matter what. I measure every single time. Yes. You guys can see.
Linda still needs a hat and a tumbler press. Okay, so I have the little, what brand is that? It's the Enor hat press, Linda, that I really love. I have the big, it's not Vivor, but it's like a Vivor. And it works really well, but it's super heavy. And I really, really like this little Enor one because it still clamps down on your hats like a bigger one does, but it's very light. I'll show it to you here in just a minute. Karen says, just stop in and say hi. We'll have to watch the replay. All right. Thank you. Hey, Crystal. Aw, thanks, Shay Shay. Patrice Donzel said, nice Halloween shirt.
Oh, thank you, Donzel. I got this design from Marilyn's merch. Thank you.
Hey, Jess. I don't like this tape as well. It just folds right back up. When I fold it over, it just plops right back up. That's another thing. I have a ton of sublimation tape because you get sublimation tape free or as part of every tumbler press you get. I can't even remember what all you get it with, but you get tape with a lot of different things. And I still go back and I buy my favorite tape. This one doesn't stretch the way the one that I have that I like does. All right, so we're going to look for any gaps. And looks pretty good. But if I see a gap, I press it out. I can see some over here in this tape. I don't like this tape. I don't like it. Let's see. One of these days, I'm going to get a holder cutter for my butcher paper that you get from Sam's. Kathleen, I have kind of a homemade one that hangs on a board on a wall in there. It holds, gosh, I have butcher paper, brown craft paper. I have my paper towels. What are those other two things? Oh, I have lamination film, because remember when we used to use a lot of lamination film to sublimate on things?
Mm-hmm.
And I really like having my butcher paper hung up like that. Okay, I'm going to turn this press off. There's no need to just let it sit there. Let's go ahead and open up this one.
It's smoking.
Now, depending on how thick your sublimation paper is, you may see the design coming through the back of it. It's always nice when you do. That's how a lot of them will look when it has sublimated pretty well. But you might have a thicker paper that doesn't show through as well. Patrice, are you going to be done with your tumblers before I am?
Because I had to reprint and I had drama. Had a little bit of drama.
Hey, Solar Creations. Yes, Teresa. And there's I don't like all of the orange ones because I had one ruin one of my pillows one time. So after that, when I would get tape, I would always press it at a real high temperature for a minute or 90 seconds on white fabric to see if it was going to stain something. But I think I did actually link this in the video description. It is my favoriteest tape for tumblers because it's stretchy and it's pliable. Unlike, I have no idea what brand this one is, but this one is not stretchy and pliable. It wanted to just flip right back up. Oh my gosh. Okay, don't look in this camera. We're going to take that camera off.
Ooh.
Because I hate that camera.
Girl. Marilyn.
Look at that.
Oh, that looks so good. Oh, that's so pretty.
Look at those colors. Yes. So the seam was somewhere back there, somewhere right in here. And then, of course, at the top was mainly white. So if you are new to doing sublimation tumblers, you might want to start with prints like this because look at all the white around the bottom. If it's not perfect, it's going to look perfect because where you really have problems is the top and the bottom. And of course, if you don't do the back, if you don't have it matching or meeting up, I slightly overlap mine, then you could see a gap in the bottom or in the back. That one's really pretty.
I love it.
I do too. Such a cute design. I love that animal print on the pumpkin. So cute. All right. And then that's what the paper looks like. People talk about ink release and all that, and I guess maybe that's important. I don't really care what my paper looks like. When it's done, I care about what my sublimation blank looks like.
Oh, good.
So I don't get too wrapped up in the ink release. Hey, Nikki. Thank you. Back for another 20 minutes. Hey, Carol. Good. Okay, so in addition to what I talked about earlier, I'll give this one away too, and I'll mail that out. All right, we're going to finish. Now on this one, honestly, I wish I would have cut this paper down some because it's going to wrap around the bottom of the tumbler. And at the bottom of the tumbler is where you can really get those pucker marks because it's wrapping around it and there's less surface space. So it has to bend and give somewhere. And in those bends, when it comes together, if it's not flat against your tumbler, you're going to have some pucker marks. So we're going to see. I might have some pucker marks in this one. Rosalind, the ink that I am using for this one, the ink that I have in my Epson EcoTank 15,000 is Hippo. The ink that I have in my 2760 is Cosmo ink. I love the Hippo ink. And Patrice, do you still sell ink?
I do, but I haven't been using any of my converted printers.
Oh,
I've been using my Sawgrass and my Brother.
okay. So you're using Sawgrass ink, and then Brother makes its own ink.
Yeah, for tonight I'm using Brother ink though because I'm only printing from the Brother. Only printing from the Brother.
So I'm not really thrilled because it is going to fold around the bottom, and I might have some little lines. I would much prefer. Okay. Woo, Lord. So on these tumblers, I didn't wrap it around the bottom, and so you get a super crisp line at the bottom if you don't wrap it under. This one, there's just a tiny bit of white that shows, and honestly, when it is sitting on the table, you don't even see that. This is another one where I didn't wrap it around, and the bottom of that looks very, very, very good. This one, I probably had it shorter than what I typically do. You can see that white.
Make yourself bigger, Marilyn, because
bigger.
Yeah, we can't see that great.
Okay, see that white ring around the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
I typically don't have that much white showing, but this one I just cut it a little bit short. But honestly, as it is sitting, well, you can see it sitting on the table. You don't really notice that, and I would much rather have a tiny little ring of white than to have the pucker marks. So, hey, Delonda. I see somebody saying hi to Delonda, so I know she's in here.
Where's Delonda, Patrice? Let's see.
I'll bet Delonda knows your middle name.
She makes up the middle name that she wants to give me. PCD.
Oh, Delonda, I cut your butterfly template, and I'll probably do it this weekend. And I want to think about what stones I want to use, because I did the regular one, not the ombre one. And I really, really want to try to make a mix for the wings.
You want to make a mix?
Uh-huh.
That would be pretty.
But I don't know exactly what I want to be in the mix. So,
So you're like going to make your own mixer?
Yeah. Yes. Purpley pink and maybe some splashes of gold, maybe. I'm not sure. Hi, David.
Gold. Hey, David. Sounds lovely.
David, it's okay. That looks pretty good, but I do feel like I could have a few. Oh, why am I still big? Patrice, what are you doing with me still big?
Girl, this is your channel. You're supposed to be big. I tell you that every time. Hey, Marilyn.
So today, my principal, my superintendent, and the lady that's going to take my place and I all got together and kind of talked about the transition timeline.
Aww.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, it makes it so real.
How did you feel about it?
I felt fine. I didn't shed a tear.
Aww.
But she was talking about it. She said, I really want your end to go exactly the way you want it to. I was like, don't make it sound like the end. Like, it is a beginning.
It is definitely a beginning. Definitely. You You are so right about that, Mary Bear. But it's exciting.
Yeah.
Got
And
plans to do after you retire, so it's gonna be great.
it will be great, great, great. All right. Get this thing back up here.
My first cup is done. The other one is cooling off.
Okay, I gotta make you bigger. Oh my gosh, that looks cute from what I can see. Aww.
It has like the little cakes on it. Very cute.
They are very cute.
And so again, this was with the what did I use? The Brother SP1 Sublimation printer.
Looks nice.
Thank you. I'm gonna give it away. And then the other one was It's Coming. Let's hope it came out good.
So it's already in the press. You are ahead of me. I knew you were going to get ahead of me.
No, it's done. You already did.
Wow.
But you did 2 books already, didn't you?
I have to put my next one in. I turned my press off. So let's see. Somebody asked if you can put it upside down in the press. The thing is that inside, I've never tried that. I would almost think you'd have to have some wood base or something down there, because at the bottom is a little stand so that it holds it up, further up into the pressing pad. And I think if you put the tumbler in upside down, the opening of the tumbler would just go down over that.
Oh, over the thing that rotates. Yeah. Definitely.
But I have wondered about having a little, a wide wood dowel, just like an inch or so, and have it on that. I've really thought of that more for coffee mugs, because, and I don't think I've done a coffee mug in this one, but I feel like coffee mugs are so short that as this, let me change this. Coffee mugs are so short. I feel like as this closes up, and if the coffee mug is in the very bottom, the top is going to start angling in because there's nothing to hold them out. And as the top angles in, the bottom is gonna, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like it would close at a little bit of an angle on a coffee mug. But I have not tried a coffee mug, so I can't say that for sure. Have you done a coffee mug?
I haven't done a coffee mug in here.
I've seen to want to do a coffee mug. I think it was in her Go to Craft.
I think she did. She did. This one was okay, but I have a little bit of light color at the bottom. Like it didn't get right here, and it's just could be where I did the tape, but I'm done with this one. Look how cute this one is, kind of like retro-ish. But if you look right here, like you can't really tell. I think, well, you can see like right here, I have a little bit missing.
That is a cute
design. I like it. This is gonna be my cup.
Who asked? Somebody asked something. Okay, so Rosalind, it does rotate, but the 4th setting over here is for coffee mugs. And if you use that 4th setting, it does not rotate.
Okay, Marilyn, I'm done showing my cup.
Oh, okay. It's very cute.
Thank you.
Okay, get the last of my stuff. And then we're going to do the giveaway.
I gotta see if I have some tumblers that will fit these. Because
the smaller prints that you did?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, where's my tape in there? Where is my tape? There it is. Thanks, Rosalind. Monique said cute. Robin said cute. Lena said so pretty. Crystal says pretty. Tracy Johnson says she likes that one too. Crystal says nice. Robin says nice. Everybody's saying pretty, cute, beautiful. Aww. Rosalind says this is so relaxing. That I'll take that as a compliment because you know we need more things that slow us down and calm us down.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, Patrice, while I'm finishing this one, do you want to pull up your screen and show that real quick?
Sure.
Okay.
Marilyn, let me just get over to the computer right here that's in the front of me. And silhouette.
I haven't gotten to watch them yet because I was at work, but I saw that Eve and Delonda, I think both had some content on the new Caesar Rhinestone panel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then anybody that's coming in tomorrow night, Patrice is going to do a design on her live using it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I have to turn it off. Hold on, I gotta log into StreamYard Mirror. Give me 2 seconds, girl. Okay, close out of there. Close.
So if you already have the monthly pro, it's part of that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, it's part of it. Sorry, Mary, I just had to close out of a lot of stuff.
You're good. And if I didn't say it since you have come on, everyone in the chat, thank you. Thank you for being here. I went past my 35,000 subscribers, and I know that might sound not like a ton, but to me it means the world. Very special. Maybe not the world, but you know what I mean. It means a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Marilyn. All right, let me get myself together and finally get into this email.
Right, Patrice, get yourself together.
I know, like, girl, get your life. Ooh,
that's hot. Thanks, Tanya. Thanks, Terry. Hey, Dims. Thank you. Thanks, Lena. Thanks for the hearts, Niall. Thanks, Tracy, Geneva. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Shamika. And Annette. Hi, Annette.
Sorry for
Thanks, Rosalind. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks, Renee. Thank you, everyone.
Because Marilyn's doing big things, huge things, just great things. You are, Marilyn. You are. And you know, Marilyn, I'm so happy that we're on this crafting journey together.
Me too.
Me too. Friend.
Thank you. You have too. It is so much more fun crafting with other people.
Yep. And when Marilyn retires, then I'm gonna have to retire too, because I'm gonna have to come on
Crafternoon.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. I don't like this tape. Do not like this tape. Is blue Cricut tape? I don't even know. And it might have just been, it might have been a blue tape that came with something. So I don't want to say it is because I don't know. But whatever brand is, huh?
You don't like it?
Whatever brand this one is, I do not like it for tumblers.
Okay.
I think I'd like it for other things, but it doesn't stretch the way my favorite tape does, and I like that stretch to get that rebound effect. Thank you, guys.
Gotcha.
And then Sedona says yellow tape is a pain. I love my yellow tape, but I've tested it with high heat on white fabric for a long time, and it's not one that stains. Let me do something. Hopefully I just didn't knock us out.
We're here.
Okay.
Screen.
Okay. Hey, Sonia. Maybe, Niall. Yeah, so I'm trying to see if I have my pillow over there that I ruined using a cheap thing of yellow heat tape. Oh, it made me so frustrated.
Evie,
there it is.
Evie, Marilyn told me that I better pull up the Leonardo software to show the rhinestone feature.
Yes.
So
I had to show this real quick, like. This is not. Can you see that yellow stain right there, Patrice?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was from some cheap yellow heat resistant tape, not the type that I love. It was a different brand. So after that, any yellow tape that I got, I tested it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's happening a lot in the before, a lot. That staining.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to real quick undo this, and then we'll do that. And then after you showed that, we're going to do a couple of giveaways. And then we'll be done.
It's been a great night.
Very nice. Very mellow. Very.
So Patricia's asking if you can share some of the benefits to the go-to craft tumbler press.
So the benefits, it is very automated. Like you saw, I put it in, I pressed it, it did its thing. That is the main benefit, is just that it's automated. If you have one of the other presses, like I still have my horizontal ones, and they do great. So I would not run out and buy a new tumbler press. If I have one of those, it works really well. Unless you want to be able to do multiples at a time, or you really want to go automated. Like I feel like there. Remember I told you that I cut it too long at the bottom? Mm-hmm. And I can see some white stuff down there. The top looks very good.
Good. It still looks good.
Yeah, it looks good, but I can see at the bottom where, I said I cut it too long and I had to wrap it under. Yeah. And I was using that tape in the bottom that didn't stretch. Mm-hmm. So I'm not thrilled with the bottom. It's, it's okay. I'm not thrilled with the bottom, but that is a cute design. Super dark and vibrant.
It's gorgeous.
But I'm not thrilled with the bottom.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Loves it, Marilyn. Pretty colors. Loves it. Beautiful. Cute.
Thank you.
Big. I like the go-to craft because it's it's tall. Some of the other presses are super wide, so it takes up more desk space. And even though this is it's tall, I still feel like I can kind of put it tuck it in someplace. It can kind of go and it's not really wide. So I do like that about it. You don't have to rotate it yourself. So with the other, when we're doing tumblers like this and the other heat presses, for the most part, you kind of have to rotate it yourself. This rotates it on its own, so you don't have to worry about it, but still stay close by because it smokes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did I turn mine off? Okay.
I'm not big.
You are big because you're going to show your screen. You're getting ready to screen share.
Look below. Thank you, Marilyn. You.
Oh.
All right, guys. So if you don't know, this is Leonardo Design Studio. I'm using the Pro Edition, and you do have to pay a monthly fee for this. It's like $8.99 around that, but I usually buy it for the year because I think you get like a discount if you purchase it for a full year as opposed to paying monthly for it. So I usually get it for the entire year. And this is the software that you would use with the Caesar Romeo and the Caesar Juliet. Now, with the Pro version, you don't have to have one of the Caesar cutters to actually use it with the, to use it. With the Pro version, you can export your files out via SVG, PNG. So anything that I create in the Leonardo Design Studio Pro Edition, I will be able to use that with my other cutters. So I can use it with my Cricut, I can use it with my StarCraft, I can use it with any other cutter. So they have now the Rhinestone feature, but in order to access the Rhinestone feature, you actually have to design something. You have to have something that you want to convert into rhinestones. So let's go ahead and just make a cute little shape. And if you know me, you guys know that I love making hearts. So we're going to make a heart. And I'm going to fill it's automatically filled in black. I don't like black hearts. I like pink hearts and teal hearts and purple hearts. All right. So, but it really doesn't matter with rhinestones, like what you do. Okay. So I'm going to create another. Well, I'm just going to, let's go ahead and make another one.
Hi.
All right. Let's do a teal. All right. So we have a cute little teal heart. I have 2 hearts here. And of course, if I create rhinestones, like if I turn this into rhinestones like this, it's just going to have overlapping stones. We don't necessarily want that. So let's go here. To access the rhinestone feature, you're going to go to where you have your contour option and you see where it says build contours. And so I'm going to put like a slight offset around it, which we'll see. I'm not even sure exactly how wide I want this offset, but we're going to do it like this. All right. All right. That's our offset right there. And it's telling me that it wants to do print, but it's not going to do cut.
Hey, Patrice, let me answer David's question right now. David, you don't get the rhinestone feature for free with the Romeo or Juliet. You have to be using the paid version. I think it's called Pro, maybe. I don't know. I don't have it right now. Yes. But it does have additional features.
Yes. So I'm just changing that because when I first did it, I did it as a print and cut, and I don't want that. So like Marilyn said, you have to have the Pro version in order to do it. Right now it's in beta, so it's more so like a lot of testing still going on. They're still fine-tuning a lot of different things with the software. So just know that if you're using it, you will be in the beta version of it. What do I want to do? Nope, I don't want to do that. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know. I prefer my other, I can't see it. There we go. All right, I want to remove front. All right, so let's work with this one for now. All right, we're gonna go into, come on, exit out. There we go. All right, so we're gonna work with the rhinestone panel. And I am going to, hold on. It's not a print and cut. I'm going to go down here, and this is the rhinestone panel right here. It's a little star or rhinestone star. Okay, so once you open it up, you'll be able to see like some of the different things that you can do. Now I have both of those selected, so let me just select one. Let's select this one. And if I go into the rhinestone feature, you can change some things up. Now, here is where you would select your stone size. So here we have an SS10 stone size, but I know you guys kind of see like there's like stones, there's an outline, and then there's also the fill of the stones, right? So here you have where you can add extra padding. Now, the first thing when I first started using this, I saw where the stone size said that it was 0.110. And so because of that, I immediately wanted to increase the stone size to 0.13 because I know that 0.11 is a little bit too small for the SS10 size. However, they have like this area here where it says like extra padding. And so that extra padding does increase your hole size. So it'll still cut out at a size where you can brush in. So here their total shape size will be 3 mm, and that will be perfect for your SS10 stones. So I was totally confused at first because I was like, well, what is this padding? This stone size doesn't look correct, but it will be correct. I went down to the SS13, and because it was 0.13 in diameter, I was like, yep, that's the one that I was going to use because that's what it should be. However, with the padding, it made it actually 0.14. And once you like break the stones apart, you'll be able to see your actual stone size. Okay. Now, I don't know how you like, unless you just do undo and you can go back to having it, you know, in your regular, like, so that you can create and set up. I'm still learning it, but for the most part, I do like it. Now, as you guys see right here, it has like the cost calculator. And so this is what it's saying for each stone. Now you can adjust that. So their default stone cost is 0.005. So if you've purchased rhinestones and you've calculated your stone cost for the rhinestones that you purchase, then you can go ahead and you can adjust this right here. And what it does is it'll calculate the cost for you, like based on the total amount of stones, and then based on how much it's going to cost. So let's say if you're like, you know what, nope, my stones cost 0.05, then it'll automatically change that 0.05 for 544 stones to $27.20. Now that's a lot, okay, for 544 stones, but you know, who knows? All right, so you have it like this. You can also change like the color. Like if I click here, you guys see how that's changing the color. You can get a different color all within this panel. Now, another thing that you will have to do, like you can just go over here and click onto this tab. You can adjust your fills. So you can do it where you want a border only. You can do the fill only. And then, of course, this is like a fill and border, but just be careful like how this is touching. You can also increase your offset. So that's where you would go ahead and just like raise that offset up a little bit so that it's not overlapping, because if you get ready to cut that, it is going to cut into the inner layer. Okay. Hey, Miss Becky. It's going to cut in the inner layer. Okay. Now here you can increase or decrease the spacing, and then you also have the option to fit it equally. So if you increase the spacing, it just starts to put more space. And then if you decrease it, it starts to make it more tight. Okay. If you notice, it was really just working on the outer shell of it. So what you're going to do is for the bottom, for that inside, because this is really just that offset that we created that it's working on. Here in the bottom, this is the fill option. So what you can do is, and I would probably no, that's a good, I was going to say that's a good amount of space right there, like a 0.15, even though I prefer like the 0.125, but we would have to work on the spacing here. So for the fill, now we already worked on the outside. So for the fill, you could either do a grid fill, which is probably going to be Marilyn's favorite. She loves
only for straight letters. Hey, Sedona is asking, can you save presets for the stone cost? So can you save over what they have?
I don't know, maybe you can. I haven't tried to save it, so I don't know. We can look at it and see, you know, so don't worry. I'll go back and check. I'm not 100% sure. So you can do a grid fill, and if you notice like that grid fill, the lines are horizontal and vertical, like how Marilyn likes. or you have the hex fill, and the hex fill, you guys see, it's more like honeycomb, kind of like, you know, it's spaced out, and there's
it's
like,
still linear though.
it's still linear, but it's more like, you guys see how you have like the two here, and then you have the smart fill, and the smart fill kind of brings it up a little bit more. Of course, you can adjust the spacing. You can adjust the horizontal and vertical spacing. I kind of like the hex fill, but if you like, you see how now more stones are being added within, and then
so none of those are really radial.
No, none of them, because you see how that's definitely not radial.
Because even that, what's the one on the far right?
Over here?
The setting.
Oh, your smart
fill. Yeah, even smart fill, it somewhat looks radial on the sides because it's stretching them out to get close to the side. But on the top and the bottom, that is still a linear fill.
Yeah, very much so linear. You see how I'm reducing that space on the inside to 0.15%, and then if you did the spacing, yeah, it's like it never truly gets to really, like, I think you would just have to move some stones around to get it like how you may want it to be. Like, you see how this space here, I don't really like that. I think I like the hex fill better, but that still doesn't really look, you see how that just looks like straight lines. So, but here, of course, you can just, you know, play around with the spacing. I haven't really played with the X position, but let's see what that does. It's not really, it's adding stones, it looks like, but I don't really know like why.
So Delonda says bring the horizontal and vertical down to 20%.
To 20? Let's see. Let me bring it up. Let me bring this down to 20. All right, so this is 20%. Thank you, Delonda Patrice. And then let me put this one. I'll bring this one to 20% too. And let's see if it looks good. Oh, those kind of look touchy. So we'll bring it up a little bit. We'll make it 30 for the outline. Now, the only thing with the outline, I don't like how far it is. Let's bring it down some.
Tracy says, I like the smart fill most so far. Hex fill is probably better for straight line things. So L's and T's and...
For the hex fill? All right, so let's go, and I'm going to click accept. Like, once you're ready, you can click accept. You can go back to rhinestone size, and if you notice your rhinestone amount adjusted to 1,064, and it's telling me that it should be $53.20 for our heart. I'm going to go and I'm going to say, okay, we're going to accept it. And then this is what we have. So now it still has the color of that heart behind it. But if you notice, we still have the outline. So we're probably going to have a little bit of overlapping stones right here because I'm going to bring it out a little bit because of that outline. So let's do this one. We'll turn this one into rhinestones. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove the outline off of this one. Now, I don't know how that's going to look. I think that's just something that they have to figure out. Because I think you may not always want a border. Let's say if you do a fill only, this doesn't necessarily look good to me. But if you do like the border only looks good. Bless you, Marilyn. What happened? Did you sneeze?
Something fell over there. It scared me. And Stacy's asking if you take the fill equally off,
let's see,
would you get a better fit?
Let's see, Stacy. So let's do a fill only, and let's take the fit It didn't. So for the fill only, it didn't. It doesn't let us. It should. Oh, because you know what? Yeah, no. This is just for the offset. That's just for the offset. Let's see if I go here. So here you're adjusting the fill, like it's gonna fit however you do it. So, but here for the outline, it doesn't really let us, like, not the outline, for the fill here, it doesn't really let us do that. And then it started at 25. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and remove. I'm just gonna do fill only. And let's see if we do the grid fill, smart fill. See, like how this does really well right here, Mary Bear?
Mm-hmm. Because it's on the side, and they're going side to side. The tops and the bottoms are where you're going to have the issues, I think.
Yeah, like here.
Yep.
But I'm sure that's something that they'll fix. I'm trying to see what the angle. So that didn't really do much though. And then we click accept. All right, we're going to change that color. Let's make it back pink. Apply. All right, I'm going to move these out of the way. And then let's move that over there.
And Marlise is asking if you can add individual stones.
Yeah. So the only thing that you would have to do, like I would probably need to move some of these stones. And I'm on my Mac, so the Mac works really weird with Leonardo. It doesn't. It's not.
Hi, Alba.
They're great. Oh, let me zoom out. Zoom to all. All right. So if you want to like move some stones around, you would just go and right click, and then you would break the paths apart. And when you break them apart, it just told us here that's 1,064 stones. And so now I can move it. But look how big, like this. So when I broke it apart, that stone size is 0.138. So it's almost at a 0.14. So that's the SS. Didn't I do SS10?
I thought you did SS10 with padding.
Yeah, with the padding. So, but the SS10 was saying that it was like 0.11. And so that's, yeah. But you can totally, you can move your stones around. Once I broke it apart, you can move them around.
Stacy's saying 13. You talked about that you had at one point went down to SS13.
I did. Hold on, let me go back.
But I thought you didn't end up doing that.
Okay, I'll check.
You saw when you first started playing with it, you saw that the SS10 was 0.111 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then went down to the SS13s, and then you learned that padding, you could add that to the SS10s. I'm not sure.
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna go back to it. So I did. So Stacey, I did go to SS13. So let's go back to SS10, and then I'm going to. Really, I should be going to SS6. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
SS6 looks.
Yes.
SS6 looks beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let's go to SS10. All right, so we're going to go here. And again, the stone size is 0.110, extra padding 0.008. Let's do accept. And then I'm just going to break it apart so we can see how many, what size it made it. All right, I'm just going to right click. We're going to do break paths. And so once we did that, so you see with the padding, it made it 0.118. So let's go back to the drawing board. All right, so let's go to, did I do a copy? All right, let's make another one. Let's see if we can, so maybe we need to add extra padding because it did 0.118, so it added that padding to it. So let's do 8. So that should do, so 0.20, 0.020. Let's see if that does it. Let's see. Let's accept it. All right. Let's see. Now, 0.118, can you brush your stones into that? You probably can. It'll be probably a little tight. It may not brush in that easy if you do it like that. Or maybe we can just change maybe we can just change it. Let me see.
Tracy likes how it keeps a design under. I do too, because if you want to do sublimation with rhinestones, it's right there.
Yep. So when I added the padding for 0.020, it made it 0.13. So that would just be something that you would probably have to do, I guess. Let me go back and let's see. So if I did, but you can also change your stone size here too. Let's say if you remove your padding and you change the stone size to 0.13. Oh, it don't let you change. So look how when I go up, like I'm trying to increase it and it takes us to the SS13 size. But no padding. So if I click accept, which is kind of similar to StarCraft, because in StarCraft and Shortcuts-A-Lot, it's smaller. Like the whole size is smaller.
Yes.
There.
Yes.
So that kind of puts me in the mindset of StarCraft. So if you break it, let's do break paths. Then we break the path, and I click on here. Now it's 0.13. So we just removed the padding from the SS13 and did it that way. Or you can add padding to increase it. So it's up to you what you would do. But I like it. I like the fact that you can do it now. There are pros and cons to everything. If you know me, y'all know I don't like this. So I'll have to figure out how to get it like a lot cleaner without having to place so many stones on it. But I do like it. Like Tracy said, I do like how when you create your design, it automatically keeps your original artwork, which is, of course, great for sublimation. You can print it out, or if you want to create like a vinyl project, you can. But yeah, you have to have the pro version of it, and it's $8.99 per month. So you're going to be paying for your rhinestone panel every single month, or you're going to be paying for the stuff. But I mean, there's other features here, like you can export it out of Caesar Leonardo and save it as a PNG, SVG, and you'll be able to open it up in other softwares. So, I mean, it's up to you. Depending, there's quite a few options for us out here in the rhinestone world. Y'all know I love Silhouette Studios Rhinestone Edition. So it's going to be kind of hard to top that for me. But I know that they're going to be working on, probably working on some of the different things with it. But I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a good opportunity for anybody who does have the Caesar Juliet or the Romeo to have access to the rhinestone.
Right. Yes. If you're already a pro user and you want to play with it, you don't have to buy anything else. But well, cool.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mara Bears.
And so tomorrow night, Patrice is going to be doing a whole design using this software on her live. So check that out on Craftable Things. So for those of you that were here early and I just couldn't keep it in, we are doing a giveaway for a Go to Craft Tumbler press. So I'm going to figure that one out. I'm going to figure out how to do this giveaway tool.
So exciting. Michelle, I agree with you. I do, but I don't know. Yeah. So, hey, Michelle. Yeah. So for SS10, the rhinestone size is still 0.13. So you just have to make sure. It's kind of like how Shortcuts-A-Lot and StarCraft Create kind of has like those weird, and weird rhinestone sizes that doesn't always fit. And that was part of my struggle, Marilyn. Like in the beginning when I was using a lot, like trying to use StarCraft Create, their rhinestone feature. And even with StarCraft Create, they're one-time fee, but I don't really like how the stones are laid out all the time. So I don't like how like it generates the outlines nicely, but that inside fill, it doesn't always generate it very nicely. But when I would cut out the template, sometimes they wouldn't brush in good. So it's just like I was using the SS10 in the system, but it was too small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So able to open back up the rhinestone panel after you accept the design and we're able to modify it again. I didn't try. Let me see really quick. Let me see. Let's see. So that's another thing. When I went back to
Thanks, Kathy.
The heart that's rhinestones, the rhinestone panel lights up, but once I actually try to click onto it, you can't go back to it. So you can, yeah, that's another thing, probably something that we can let them know because it doesn't. And let me try to.
It might have been Sharon Davenport that said that when you guys start using it and you have some ideas and all that, that she feels like Caesar's a good company that's going to listen. And this is a beta version, right? So make adjustments.
So another thing too is that, let's say like if you try to resize. So one thing that Tracy just mentioned was if you can open it to make changes to the design, you can't open it back, or I haven't seen how you can open it back up. And then also if you go to resize it, like kind of how in our other softwares you can resize it, if you don't fix it, it'll regenerate the rhinestones and the fill. It doesn't do that here. It just makes the holes a lot bigger. So
okay.
So that's the only, those are two things that I guess definitely need to be at least addressed or mentioned. So I will run that to
Patrice. That's kind of a big one if you stretch your design, that it doesn't add more stones like other software does.
Yeah. So that's definitely, because then you're going to have to just keep doing that same step.
I like that. Therapy Thursdays. That's so cute. Well, thank you for showing us that. And then hi, Karen D. And then I'll definitely be glued to my screen tomorrow night watching you make a design in there.
We're going to see how it's going to go, Marilyn.
Okay, Patrice, what word should we use? Well, I got to figure this out. Okay, let me try to do this on my own. We are going to click present. We are going to say share screen. We're going to click on what we want to share. Look, Patrice, I'm growing up.
Fast.
I'm getting better. So thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. I wish it wasn't limited to one person that gets a tumbler press, but I'm super excited for whoever gets it, and hopefully we're all happy for that person. But unfortunately, there's only one to give away. And so, Patrice, what do you think the word should be?
Mare bear.
Mare bear. Okay. I'm putting it all together because I don't know if you have to, but that's how Patrice says it. So we're going to do mare bear, no spaces. Let me go ahead and say start collecting comments, and that way you can see it really large. So if you're interested in the Go to Craft Press, they will send it directly to you. You'll send me your name and address to makingwithmarilyn@gmail.com. And they said you could choose between the purple, which I used, the green, which Patrice used, or what they're calling, I think, turquoise, which is about like this color. So the turquoise and green are similar, but the green is like a mint green. So in your email to makingwithmarilyn@gmail.com, give me your name, your shipping address. I don't know if they require a phone number. Like some companies require me to give them a phone number for the delivery. So maybe include your phone number and then the color of press you would prefer.
Mirror Bear, there's 86 entries. Also, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up on this video, please.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and then I'm probably going to wait on the giveaway for this because what a minor thing after giving away, after somebody for the Tumbler press is selected. So we'll defer this one.
Marilyn, Shay, I saw her comment just now. Patrice, you can use my name if you like.
Oh, that's funny.
Shay, you are a hot mess, girl.
94. Hopefully we'll get to 100 and then we'll go ahead and draw. But I appreciate you guys all being here. I hit my 35,000. I was so happy about that. I'm very appreciative. Oh, I was like, what? Yay, 35K. I'm very appreciative of that. It's an honor.
Marilyn, you work really hard. You're very thorough. And you're very caring. You really care about everybody. You don't just care about me. You care about
the one and only person, Patrice, that I care about.
I know. And somehow you still are able to care about everybody else. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. Marilyn is one of the most supportive people I know. Marilyn, if you're on live at 3 o'clock in the morning, guess who's going to be in your comments?
I am not going to be on live at 3 o'clock in the morning, so don't even think about that.
I've seen you on live in people's
chats. Yes, if it's not a work night, I have been in people's chats at 3 in the morning.
She's there, and I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, why are you not sleeping?
I've probably been in there at midnight, even on a work night, but
yes, I've seen you. And she's so supportive, and her memory is so good. We need 2 more entries. Her memory is so good, y'all. I don't even know how her memory is like that.
A part elephant.
Clearly.
All right, I think I'm going with the 98 because it's the 98 that I, that care about getting it. So let's go ahead and do it. So I wish this could go to everybody, but good luck. And here we go at 99.
Oh, it's 100.
Did it hit 100?
Yeah.
Zelda, congratulations.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
So Zelda, if you would email me at makingwithmarilyn@gmail.com, makingwithmarilyn@gmail.com, tell me your mailing address and whether you'd prefer the purple, green, or turquoise. That would be great. And then there will be another really, really nice giveaway from We Create. And it's going to be a laser giveaway. And so we will have, I've been kind of talking about that and hinting at that for the last few lives. I will be doing a video. It might be a premiere video. And I'll tell you in the video what to put in the comments below the video. So, we'll be in the chat during the premiere, but you'll need to leave a comment under the video to be considered for that. And then I'll use a comment picker tool sometime after that video. And that person's going to win a We Create Vista. Shay! Thank you!
Awesome, Shay.
Hey, I appreciate it. So be on the lookout for that. When are you and Delonda doing your So Good? It's on Saturday, isn't it?
Where is let me find the October calendar, Marilyn, because She asked last night, and I thought it was Saturday, and I don't even know. I don't even know what day is today.
So I may do that. That would give me Saturday to make the video. I may do it before Eve's live on Sunday. So Eve goes live at 8 Central Time. I might have that premiere video at 7:30 Central Time. And so notices will go out. I'll put them on the Facebook page. But you definitely want to be at that premiere or watch it shortly after that, because we won't wait too long before using that comment picker. And then you're going to put whatever I tell you in that premiere, you're going to put a comment under the video, not just in the live chat, but under that video. And you may have to wait and do that after the video. I'm not sure.
Is Delonda here?
She was here, and then she said, be right back. Okay, so the colors on my shirt, Stacy, is rose. So I have Labrador for the outline and the do it, and then I have rose for the anyway. Thank you, Dee. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Addie. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Karen. All right, Patrice. So,
wait. So I think that
what are you doing? Wait.
No, because Delonda is doing a Zoom or something. She's doing a Zoom or something.
Oh, okay.
I think, does anybody know if she's doing a Zoom on Saturday?
Shay, you knew it was going to be on there. You knew Labrador. Oh,
I think
thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Crystal.
I think she's
Patrice. That's why you said wait. Thank you, Patrice. Thank you, Amy. I missed one up there. I don't want to miss somebody. Karen, Ann, thank you.
But I'm serious. I think she's doing a Zoom on Saturday, and I think on my calendar it says Sunday.
Take this. Take this, Patrice. She said she is, but she said y'all might go on afterwards. So, but her Zoom is Saturday.
Yeah, at 4.
And you guys might go on after that, or you might go on Sunday.
Yeah.
Delonda, come back. Let us know.
Yeah. Did she say that? I haven't even seen her. Oh, Jessie.
I love that, Jessie. That's hilarious. I got to plug in my computer. Because I want to see these comments on my computer, and I have to look at the iPad.
Jessie, you're a hot mess.
That is funny, Jessie.
Marilyn.
He pulls some good ones out.
Funny.
It is funny. Oh, Coretta. Thank you. Oh.
Jessie, my bell only works over here on Marilyn's channel. It doesn't work on my
So do you think if you text her, she would let you know? It's the only reason, it's not that big of a deal, but I just want to make sure that people know when it's going to be, so that I really want everybody to have that chance to win that Vista, because it is very nice. For a 10-watt diode laser is really, really nice.
Marilyn loves it.
Porgy says she's glad you got your bell fixed.
This bell is number 363.
I'll bet she texts with Patrice. She doesn't like group texts. She doesn't like a lot of texting. The Zoom. Okay, so Teresa says the Zoom is Saturday at 4.
Yeah, it's Saturday at 4.
But then you think
I said it's Sunday because on my calendar I have on Saturday that the Zoom is at 4 p.m. But she asked me last night in her live if we were going on Saturday, and I think I said yes. But we're actually going on we're supposed to go on Sunday.
Okay.
So
maybe what I'll do is I'll just plan on having mine on Monday then. And Well, but she does a Facebook group on Monday. Robin, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so if you guys go on Sunday, would it be like 4 or 5 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would probably just plan on doing mine at like 2 in the afternoon.
Okay.
That would be 2 Central Time. I'm gonna write this down. 2 Central Time.
Stacey said, "Let's do it in the middle of the night." Exactly, Stacey. Exactly.
And so if you're not a member of the Facebook group, go ahead and request to be a member. I will post it on that ahead of time. And so I would foresee it's either going to be Sunday at 2, or what time does Delonda do her Facebook group on Mondays? Anybody that's in here that goes to that, what time is that usually?
I think she goes on at like 8 o'clock. I think at like 8, because she usually goes on when Angel's done with her live, like on YouTube.
Okay. And Stacy says 7-ish, which would be okay. Kristen says 8 to 8:30. And Angel usually goes on what, 6 or 6:30? I don't want to do it too early when people are still at work. Okay. Just join Facebook. If you're not in the Facebook group, join my Facebook group. I'll make sure that I go in and approve people, and then do what?
Friday. Are you going to be in the woods Friday on top of your truck sleeping?
That is not the Friday that we're going to be doing that. But are you going on Tuesday?
On this Tuesday?
Mm-hmm. Is that the day you're not going to go on?
I'm not, but I think Delonda is going to go on Tuesday.
Okay. Because I just need to do the premiere because it needs to be given away through a regular video.
Oh, then do your premiere.
So, yes.
Set your premiere, girlfriend.
Okay. So, just join the Facebook group and I'll tell you through that. But I want everybody that's here to know it, because my premiere is not going to say it's a giveaway. Just like tonight did not say it was a giveaway, because I want it to go to someone that's here because you want to be here. And I don't want to gather all those people that are just coming on because it says a giveaway.
Yep.
So anyway, I'm going to hope that I do it Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time. That's what I'm going to hope for, but I will put it out in the Facebook group so that you guys know. And even in the Facebook group, I'm not going to say, hey, it's my giveaway video. I'm just going to say my Vista premiere is blah, blah, blah. So anyway.
We're in the put if you know, you know, and then Vista premiere, X do it every time. Do that. But if you know, you know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Alba, for my compliment on my shirt. Okay, so yeah, I'll put it out in the Facebook group, but be watching for that Vista premiere. You're going to leave a comment under it. I'm going to tell you in the premiere what to say in your comments, and I'm super excited about that one too. So anyway, thanks for being here, Patrice. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it as always. Looking forward to your content tomorrow night. Eve, are you going to be on Sunday night? I know Eve's going to be super, super busy getting ready for the Bling Fest, but I'll bet she's going to be on. Hi, Evelyn. And then we will be watching for you. And oh, thank you, Bella. Thank you. Eve said yes, she will be on Sunday night, so we'll be watching for that. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll probably see you tomorrow night. We'll probably see you Saturday night. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Thank you so much. Anyway, I got to get off of here because this is overwhelming. But love y'all so much. Thank you for being here. Patrice, I'll see you tomorrow night. All right? All right. Bye.